there's a story we've read since Sunday school in the Bible, but I saw something I'd never seen. And I guess sometimes the word gets you where you are, or depending on what you're going through, it opens up like that. It's the story of blind Bartimaeus. So does it say that Jesus was getting into or getting out of Jericho, and there's a crowd following him? I'm assuming it's a big crowd, because based on these other numbers that we've been given, huge crowds of people follow Jesus. And so it's a huge crowd, and they're following him. And then there is this blind man who's heard that it's Jesus passing, and is calling out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." He must have been loud. He must have been loud. To get attention from that kind of crowd, you must be loud. He was not like, "Hey, Jesus, Son of David." No. He was loud. So I was reading it, and you would assume that the people trying to tell him keep quiet are bystanders, because when there's something happening, there are those that are making things happen, and then there are those that are watching. So I was reading it, and I tried to look, is it the people who are with him, standing with him, telling him, "Stop making noise for us, nini mbona unatusumbua hapa?" But then I realized, no. It is the people that were following Jesus that told him, "Keep quiet, why are you disturbing the teacher?" And this is an important part to notice in this, whatever I'm going to say. It is the people that were following Jesus that tried to shut Bartimaeus. What is my point? What is my point? People following Jesus that tried to shut him. Us in our environments of following Jesus, there are people in our environments that would try to shut our voices or dim our voices. It might not be as dramatic as in the case of Bartimaeus, but even in those subtle things that people do, because these people are following Jesus because they know who Jesus is, right? They have seen what Jesus can do. They at least know to some extent, if Bartimaeus come into contact with Jesus, he might get a solution for his blindness. But no, keep quiet, why are you disturbing the master? And so these are people who are following Jesus. And I looked at it, and I was like, okay, there are people who would want to dim our voices, whether they know it or they don't know it. For example, you've ministered for the first time, and you did well, but the people who are supposed to tell you withheld their compliments. Because when you're starting out, there will come a time when the compliments don't matter, but when you're starting out, at least you need someone to say something. But they withheld their compliments because hatutaki huyu aingiliwe na kiburi. Remember, people will always judge you based on their own insecurities. Hatutaki huyu aingie kiburi. Ni kiburi yako ama ni yangu? Siwache niingie kama inaniingia. But yeah, in those kind of subtle things, and then they leave you at the mercy of your insecurities. So if you are strong enough, you beat the insecurities, you do it again. But if you are not, you might stop, because insecurities are truth. These are things that happen. Or you have ministered in one altar for a very long time, and people always get blessed. And so you are asking yourself, does this thing work if I went to another place? And there is someone, for example, your pastor who was in a committee that was organizing interchurch something, but they had an opportunity to recommend you. They did not, because of their own insecurities. And so sometimes our voices are dimmed, and we shut up. We shut up. There are many things that can make you shut up in this following Jesus. But there is something that happened. Bartimaeus kept on calling until it got the attention of the master. And Jesus said, "Bring him to me." And so the people who, I think it's an LT, the people who are telling him shush, now started telling him, "Cheer up, he's calling out for you." And they took him to Jesus. They took him to Jesus. And then Jesus asked him, and his sight was restored, and then he started following Jesus. And then Matthew records, all who saw praised the Lord. What is the point of this video? This is the point of this video. Don't let anyone dim your voice because of what they did or they did not do, because of what they said or they did not say. Focus on getting the attention of the Master. Because once you get the attention of the Master, they will make way for you. Whether they like it or not, they will make way for you. Whether they like it or not, they will applaud you. You know those people who, like, you can't hide it anymore. The minute they come into contact with you, they want to say something because it is now beyond them. You have gotten the attention of them. This is the point of this. Get the attention of them. Do not leave yourself at the mercy of men. Cursed is a man who puts his trust in another man. People that you think have your back are the ones that will try to dim your voice. But if you leave yourself at their mercy, and then all you do is dependent on what they say or they don't say, what they do or they don't do, then your voice will never be heard. But once you get the attention of the Master, call on to Jesus, just get his attention. Once you get that attention, that is all that matters. That is the aim of this video, because we are all following Jesus and we are selfish sometimes, and God is still working in us, and it's a good thing God is working in us. But before we are brought into that perfection, you make sure your focus is on Jesus. Before we get to that place where we consider others more than ourselves, make sure you're getting the attention of Jesus. Bye.